I don't know if you've heard yet, but they finally released the title for the next Godzilla movie. So, with the title being released, there's a ton of rumors floating around about what exactly is going to be happening in this next Godzilla movie. And the big theory is, of course, Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla has been the theory for the last, 3 movies. There's going to be an evil Godzilla because of a line that was said about the Godzilla that ate a star. Which, yeah, it could be. I mean, there is some stuff that has been leaked that makes you think that it could be the case. Big reason is this still image that has been released or leaked that shows these pyramid-like structures with crystalline tops, which could be aliens, could be Hollow Earth related, but it makes a lot of people think of Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla, of course, was covered in these white crystals that do resemble the tops of those pyramids. And he had special powers that put him apart from regular Godzilla. And of course, if you remember the movie, he had telekinesis and, could create these crystals that gave him even more power. But it's not a definitive thing that it will be Godzilla, Space Godzilla in this next movie. Personally, I'm hoping it's not. I'm not a hater of the Space Godzilla movie, but I don't really want them to rehash that film. So the other big theory is the pyramids are the Zillions or Exilians, which are the aliens from Planet X or, whatever planet they wanted to come from. Big thing with this is, if it's them, it's more likely that it's going to be Gigan. Yeah, Gigan's definitely a fan favorite. I feel like he could be in the next movie, but he'd be more like the ally to the main monster. Or if you're going to have 2 monsters going rumbling and everything, it's very likely that he could be there as one of the villain monsters. Unless, of course, you just have one singular monster. Gigan has never been the main villain by himself in any Godzilla movie. He's always been a ally or had a partner. So that's why it's likely to be him. I'm not going to say it's a definitive thing, but it's definitely something a lot of fans have been clamoring for. I want him. He's one of my favorite kaiju in the entire series, but he has never been the main villain by himself except for a short film, but there was a bunch of different Gigans, so, that's not exactly going to count. In his original appearance, he was working with King Ghidorah. It's possible they could bring King Ghidorah back, and by bring him back, I mean it's a separate, different one. It's not impossible, but I also don't know if they want to have him be a villain again so soon. What with Mechagodzilla's AI control actually being King Ghidorah's brain, which my prediction was they were going to have Mecha King Ghidorah, but I guess I was wrong. But I do see that as a possibility, especially if it's going to be Gigan in the film, because the two of them have worked together a few times. Of course, what I would really, really hope for is Bagan or Bagan, or however else you want to pronounce him. He's a monster that has appeared only one time, I guess 2 times in official Godzilla media, but never in a movie or a television project. He was set up to be the final boss, the final monster, until they replaced him with Destroya, but they took some of the ideas from Bagan to put into Destroya. and he is this powerful shape-shifting kaiju, and I personally think it would have been pretty awesome to see him, and I still have my hopes up that maybe that's who this big boss could be. We're gonna have to wait and see, but that's my hope. Although there is a very good chance that, like the rest of the MonsterVerse movies, they don't really rely on the Toho kaiju. It's very likely that it's most likely going to be original monsters. So fingers crossed that there's some seriously awesome stuff, but any more Godzilla movies is good with me. I like to watch them. They're one of my favorite things, and having new monsters is always a blast. But at the same time, getting revamped versions of old monsters are also fun. But we're just going to have to wait and see, and I'm sure as the filming goes on, there's going to be more leaks, and I will keep you guys updated of anything I find pretty interesting. Although, once again, leaks and stills are capable of changing or just not being true. So the image that I placed earlier, this could be fake, or it could get scrapped in the process of filming. So we don't know. Things are due to change, especially because there's 2 years until the movie comes out. So we're just going to have to wait and see.